Hi everyone, my name is Carina Henriquez. Today I am presenting a research analysis on teaching to the test, accountability in second language learners after No Child Left Behind Act. Research purpose. The purpose of this research is to analyze the challenges that English language learners, ELLs, face on the academic content assessments. It describes how the law requirements affects ELL's test performance in content assessments, and it also provides recommendations made by educational researchers to improve commitments of No Child Left Behind Act that was passed in 2001. In the research introduction, I'm going to talk about background information in the linguistic challenges that these students are facing in the school system. First, we need background information about ELL students. And as we know, with the growing population of English language learners, students enroll in the USA schools, more research has been conducted by educational experts in language acquisition. Their purpose is to find better methods to improve student academic performance so they can meet the high state test requirements. Um, as we know, these students face difficulties in understanding content areas since they are not fluent in English, and typically that is the cause why they fail to meet academic standards. Therefore, language proficiency became a barrier on their test performance. To better serve these students, more school districts based research are implementing bilingual programs, but there are still linguistic challenges that testing poses for English learners. Title 3 of the No Child Left Behind Act requires that all students, including English language learners, receive quality instruction for learning both English and grade level academic content. This law allows local flexibility for choosing programs of instruction while demanding greater accountability for ELL's English language and academic progress. Under Title III, states are required to develop standards for English language proficiency and to link those standards to the state's academic content standards. Schools must make sure that ELLs are part of their state accountability system um, and that ELL's academic progress is followed over time. The new policy of No Child Left Behind Act mandates that all ELL students' English language proficiency must be tested at least once a year, and all ELLs have to take the academic achievement test of language arts and the academic achievement test of math in English. ELL students must also meet the law requirements of adequate yearly progress, AYP, and schools, districts, and a state will be held accountable for ensuring that all the students, including ELLs, meet high expectations. What does the literature says? In the article No Child Left Behind English Language Learners, Challenges and Consequences, Mencken 2010 writes about the challenges of high stake for ELLs and concludes her analysis by challenging two assumptions of No Child Left Behind due to the negative consequences they have caused to English language learners. Mencken argues that it's not fair for ELLs to take this content test in the language they have not mastered. She also added that there are other challenges that ELLs face under the regimen of this law, but the most common challenges is the most common challenge is the language of the test. She also provides some examples. She mentioned that for ELLs, taking the content test is more challenging than compared to a native speaker due to limited English language proficiency. For example, the frequency word lists used in the text passages in the reading test are very complex and make it very difficult for ELLs to understand the meaning. Other researchers argue that giving an academic content test in English to ELLs is unfair and is not valid. In fact, they disagree with the accountability system because for them, the test scores should not be used to determine high school graduation or grade promotion or program placements. These researchers believe that standardized assessments do not measure true performance. They do not take into account language development, and the language complicity interfere with the outcomes. Studies conducted by Cummins in 1981 and Collier in 1987 revealed that it takes 5 to 6 years for ELLs to reach English language proficiency. This is important because ELLs will demonstrate more academic progress as they become more proficient in English. So the system should consider that. So the system should consider these students that they will need more time, more than 1 year, to master academic standards. What are the implications? Based on the literature review and based on the research analysis that I conduct, I concluded that the major implications affecting ELL's performance are English language proficiency, language complicity of the academic assessment, and the accountability system requirements. Assessment recommendations. The American Federation of Teachers, AFT, offers recommendations to improve No Child Left Behind commitments in helping disadvantaged students. These recommendations are concentrating into 4 different areas: assessment and accountability, school improvement intervention, staffing schools, funding, and system-wide accountability. The first recommendation states that the law should implement an accountability system that gives credit for progress and proficiency. As we know, the requirements of 1 year exemption from having test score included in the AYP system is not sufficient because ELLs continue failing. Therefore, the law should require the states to provide guidelines for school districts on these tests and provide appropriate accommodations for ELLs students. In addition, for low performance schools that have not made the FYP requirements, the states should provide the resources and the flexibility to implement research-based interventions. In conclusion, in terms of accountability, major changes need to be made to the system so that ELLs can fairly be assessed. More time is needed, as we know, for ELLs to achieve academic progress, and also professional development sessions need to be provided for teachers to learn instructional strategies to better assist ELLs, and also school needs to implement more bilingual programs, especially if they are having or they have a large number of ELLs language learners enrolled in their schools. Thank you.